Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Shikha and I have come up with another important topic, which is Victorian age or Victorian literature. In this video I'll be discussing some important aspects and background of Victorian age. I was actually analyzing some previous year papers few days back, so I really observed that there are many questions that has been asked from this particular section, so I thought of making one video on it. Now let's move to our lecture. So what is Victorian age according to you, or how it came to be known as Victorian age? You must know that it was named after Queen Victoria, who reigned from 1837 to 1901, and this period is considered as the longest period in the history of England. Like, she was the queen who reigned for the longest period considering the history of England, and she was the niece of King William IV, who died in 1837, after which Victoria took control over the throne and she ruled for around 64 years. If we talk about some characteristics of Victorian age, one thing we can definitely say that it was the period of contrast, complexities and transformation, because on one hand there was an industrialization, there was progress, prosperity, people were developing, they were progressing in that period. On the other hand, poor people were being exploited, and there was also this thing that child labor was there, and there were many more demerits of this period as well. But if we analyze the overall status of this period, we must say that during this period Britain became the wealthiest and most powerful reign in the world. So they were progressing and they were developing, so why would they give a damn to these small things? Obviously these things were small for them. They didn't give a damn to women's education or women's labor and or any other exploitation that they were being doing on poor people. Now let's look at some previous year questions that has been asked from this particular section that I have just discussed. The first question is, the Victorian period refers to the reign of Queen Victoria of England during, I know this is the most easiest question. The answer is from 1837 to 1901. The next question is, the term Victorian evokes the attitudes of. Now we have four options, and these terms, like kind of the terms that we are not much familiar of. We are only familiar of the term transcendentalism. Let's look at these terms now. The first one is Philistinism. Okay, Philistia is a place. It was a place in like ancient period, and Philistine were the people that they were being called, and Philistinism were the behavior or their culture that has been called Philistinism. So Philistinism was kind of a belief where they did not conform to the manners and habits of society. They used to despise everything that society usually loves to embrace. They used to despise art, beauty, spirituality and everything. They were basically kind of orthodox people. The next is moral earnestness. The term is itself explanatory, but still I'll discuss it. Moral earnestness is kind of sincerity in being moral. They were craving for morality. So the next term is licentiousness. Okay, now what is this? It has something to do with sexual behavior, like a person who is kind of inadequate or who is immoral in his sexual matters, who does not conform to the rules of society. Okay, that is licentious. Okay, now the next is transcendentalism, where transcends means something that is beyond reality, where they believe that knowledge comes through intuitions and imaginations, not through logic or senses. So this term is something that I will discuss in detail when I'll talk about these movements. So these are the four options, out of which you must choose the right one. So the right answer is moral earnestness. Okay, I guess you didn't understand the question well, but you would understand it once you complete this video. Let's move to the next slide. The next is key themes and developments. Here we'll see some growth of British Empire during the age of Victoria. In this period, like Elizabethan England, Victorian England saw a great expansion of wealth, power, and culture. By the mid 1800s, England was the largest exporter and importer of goods in the world. It was the primary manufacturer of goods and the wealthiest country in the world, the Victorian age. Because of England's success, they felt it was their duty to bring English values, laws, customs, and religion to the savage races of the world. So you know what they are considering savage, the Eastern people, and this is something from where the colonialism started. They thought that it was their duty to educate us, to make us civilized. Okay. The next is, we see that there was also an industrial revolution. It began from 18th century and lasted till 19th century, where major changes in agriculture, manufacturing, mining, transport, and technology had a profound effect on socio-economic and cultural conditions. Then we see that industrial revolution took place in Britain, then subsequently spreading throughout Europe, North America, and eventually the world. The iron and textile industries, along with the development of steam engine, played central roles in the industrial revolution, which also saw improved system of transportation, communication, and banking. So you can say that industrial revolution brought a huge development in the Victorian age, and it brought an increased volume and variety of manufactured goods and an improved standard of living for some. Where it proved to be a boon for some people, it also proved to be a bane for some. Like there were an increment in the child labor, they were refused their education, they were denied their education, and there were many things that poor people were being exploited at that time. But the best part about this is it improved the economical condition of Victorian women. Let's see how. Industrial revolution attributed to the change in the status of women. According to the traditional family pattern, there was a strong presence of male dominance in the society. Women were to obey what men told them to do. Okay. The revolution gave women an opportunity to work and earn money, thus changing the old beliefs. So they were no longer dependent on their men for their wages. Working women not only shared the burden of earning money, but it also gave them a sense of security. So it was the plus point of this industrial revolution. Another important thing that came in this period was Darwin's discovery, his theory of natural selection, where he challenged Christian beliefs that man is the creation of God, as Bible says. But Darwin says that it is not God who created man, but they evolved naturally. So it was Darwin's discovery, and Darwin was the important evolutionist of this period, because he was the person from where Victorian people started questioning religion. So there was a contrast between science and faith because of his discovery. And there has been a question that has been asked from Darwin, which was the most important of the evolutionists during the Victorian period was Charles Darwin. So by the end of 19th century, Britain had much advancement in almost every field. Like they had advancement in science, technology, and industry. They even expanded their empire all over the world as they started gaining control over the world in every country. So when they got enough power, they decided to showcase it. So they decided to organize an exhibition where they could display everything they had gained through their advancement and through their discoveries. They organized an exhibition which is also called Great Exhibition of London, or so you can say a crystal palace exhibition which was organized in 1851, which was displayed in 1851, and it was designed by Joseph Paxton. So there is a question which has been asked in December 2010 that the Crystal Palace, a key exhibit of the Great Exhibition, was designed by Joseph Paxton. So C is the right answer. Now that's it for this video. I know there is much more to discuss in Victorian age, but I want to be able to discuss it everything in one video, so I'll continue with the Victorian age in my next video. So that's it for this video. Bye bye, take care, keep following me and stay tuned. Bye.